I like to call Christmas the great disappointment. You know, people just didn't do what you wanted them to do. And then you reach for that Christmas cookie that looks like a wreath and little red things on it. You take it a bite, and someone put fucking hot tamales on that. That pisses me off.
That pisses me off. I got my Irish roots, so it's like pretzel water.
Yeah. Welcome everyone to Saint Aubin Central. Merry Christmas. What a time. 2022, we made it through. It's Christmas already. I like to call Christmas the great disappointment. You know, people just didn't do what you wanted them to do. And then you reach for that Christmas cookie that looks like a wreath and little red things on it. You take it a bite, and someone put fucking hot tamales on that. That pisses me off.
That pisses me off
M&Ms,
too.
dude. Like, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You put red fucking M&Ms on it,
Dumb.
and that's great. But other than that, I don't understand. I absolutely just don't understand why people put hot tamales on a cookie.
Disappointing.
It's like, it's so disappointing. Dude, this is the crazy thing about Christmas. It's exhausting as an adult. I'm surprised adults celebrate Christmas. It's so exhausting because we got to go spend a couple days with Hillary's family, and then we got to drive to my family and spend a couple days with there. And then it's like, by the time you get home, you're just like, it's like 4 days of just like traveling, and we got to bring our dog because she can't survive on her own because she doesn't have thumbs, can't open a fucking door, you know? It's like, dog, people are always like, we just don't deserve dogs. I'm like, they don't deserve us, dude. They can't open a door. We're going to pretend like they're like these like angelic things. You can't open a fucking door. That's like my minimal standard of angelicism. Is that a word?
Sure. It is.
Anyway, so I'm looking forward to Christmas. It'll be fun. But yeah, just exhausting, dude. It's so much family. You eat so much food. And then one thing I didn't really realize is just like, I mean, obviously my wife's family and my family are very different, but it just like takes a toll. Like my family takes a toll on my wife. Like I'm used to it, you know, I'm used to the abuse, you know, but she's just like, they talk that way. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, I got bigger tits. They're going to comment on how big my boobs got. But it's like, I don't know. Christmas is just exhausting. It's fun. And then the expectations of just like, I have to get my entire family a gift from like my oldest sister to like their pet goldfish. Everyone needs to get a gift. And dude, well, it was funny because like we got my niece and nephew something, and my wife was just like, do you think that's enough? Do we need to get more? And I was just like, damn, dude. There's some expectations.
You gotta give it up. We gave all that up and are doing Secret Santa this year. We were tired of doing it for everybody.
Yeah,
it's still stressful. I hate it.
I think next year I'm gonna try to do something different.
Yeah.
But I will see. My family is just very difficult. Hillary's family used to do Christmas bingo, so you just play bingo, but somebody would be in charge, and they would just get a bunch of gifts, like random gifts from like something cool, like a $50 gift card to Amazon, all the way to like a pair of like, you know, Kris Kringle strung out in an alleyway like boxer shorts, you know. So it's like the gamut of like holiday cheer. But then you play bingo, and then it's a mystery, and you kind of guess which one. So it's like it's an activity to do. It's fun, and I'm hoping my family will do that, but we'll see, man.
We need more of that kind of stuff. I just doing like 30 gifts or whatnot for everybody.
Dude, sometimes I just think gifts Why?
Most people don't even want the stuff. Like,
It's like-
they'll be like, thanks, and it just sits on a shelf, or they just
Or
return
it's like,
it.
I mean, I've learned a lot from my wife about gifts, but it's not fun when you put a list together
Yeah.
and you know what you're getting.
No.
What's fun is when you have I have no idea what I'm getting for Christmas this year. That's why I'm disappointed, because my wife doesn't listen. But yeah, I think fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Some about gifts and your wife.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
I think gifts in a lot of ways are overrated. Or let me rephrase that: the quantity of gifts are overrated. I came from a family, dude. It was like insane how many gifts like my mom would buy for it. Like, you know, how much money are we spending on gifts each year? You know, so I think when we have kids. Well, I like the idea of like there's like a system of giving gifts. It's like one is like an experience. You give an experience, whether it's a trip or you know, you go to the soup kitchen and give old Herb, you know, some
nice.
creamy potato. Or the second one was just like a thing that they've wanted, and then the third one was like some sort of educational gift. But some sort of framework to actually like get a gift or give something that people actually like want. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I have to give everybody a gift, and it's just like,
I stress about it. I am horrible at giving gifts, and I will always wait till the last second.
Yeah.
And then I end up getting the wrong thing, the wrong size.
dude, this was the first year that I actually got all of my gifts. Like normally, I'd be like, hey man, we can't podcast. I gotta get all the gifts now. But Amazon, dude, you know. Oh, dude, I was thinking about this, man. Amazon is this incredible company that exploits their workers, and 300 and 50 days out of the year, I'm pissed at Amazon. But those 2 weeks before Christmas, you better get those workers like slave driving, dude. Like, hell yeah, you're gonna shit in a bag. I need my package now, dude. You better piss in that cup and keep moving, Frank. Should have went to college, Bubba, but you didn't. You got to give old Leroy off of California Street, you got to give him his gift that he won. You got to give old Scoots here, his gifts because he forgot. And
I need
all
those
these
coffee
workers,
enemas tomorrow.
100%, dude. Like, listen, man, I'm all for taking care of employees, except the 2 weeks before Christmas, dude. Get to fucking work, dude.
Yep.
Get to fucking work. I don't care about your problems, dude. Union what? Unionize who?
Bust them.
Dude, fuck that, dude. Get to work. Fuck you. You should have went to college. This is your own damn fault.
All I can think about is how my grandma worked at Kohl's for years. And there's people just like my grandma at Amazon that you're just
dude.
like...
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like most of the time, dude. It's just most of the time. Hey, we care. We love you. We want you to be treated with respect and dignity. But 2 weeks, it's kind of like Christmas is kind of like the purge for like human rights in like the States. It's like we're all about it. But then those 2 weeks, we can just fucking let loose and treat someone like shit because they didn't give us our package on time.
You just throw coffee right in the Starbucks worker's
dude.
face
Like, but
Christmas
know
time.
what? You shouldn't have been in retail. Go be a bartender.
Yeah.
Go do anything else but be in retail. Retail's got to be the shittiest job in the world.
Yep.
Like, I'm trying to think if I did. I don't think I ever done a retail job.
Not like that. No, not for me.
Well, I worked at
I did food industry, but not.
I worked at. It's not really retail. I worked at a dry cleaner. Oh my gosh, dude. People. An observation that I make: black people love their starch. Damn, dude, they love it. They love their starch. And what's crazy to me is when people are just like, you know what? they're like extra starch. I'm like, are you a psycho? Why are you even buying clothes? Go wear a cardboard box. You know, they're just walking around like the gingerbread man in their cardboard clothes. Extra starch, please.
You can't even shake out the shirts. They're just like,
it's insane. Extra starch. I'm like, what are we talking about, dude? You trying to like hide a boner or? Jeez, my mom would be proud. No, I don't think I've ever done retail, but dude, man, during the holidays, ugh. And it's
No.
like, and the thing is it's because it's such a stark juxtaposition. Because most of the people, they're in like there's something about, particularly in the Midwest, because you experience the cold in the winter. There's like a holiday cheer. I can't imagine being in California, and it's like, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. People are like, I hate this song, you know. But in here, when you hear that, you're like, me too. I would love to have a white Christmas, you know?
yeah.
And it's like, it's really nice, but then they get your package wrong, and then fucking like the you know, the bowels of Satan comes out of your mouth, and you're just like, holy shit, dude. What just happened? Oh man. It's interesting too, like I always forget that there's like retail stores like Kohl's or JCPenney until Christmas. I'm like, oh yeah, there's other ways to like shop.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what the biggest middle finger to like traditional legacy retail like Kohl's and JCPenney's is?
Tell me.
They're an Amazon drop-off,
Oh.
like return store, dude.
Yeah.
What? Talk about swallowing your pride, dude. That's like going to your best friend's wedding who stole your girlfriend, and you're just like, okay, we're gonna go. But dude, like, I can't imagine like Kohl's being like, okay.
It's just
we'll
to
do
get
it.
bodies in their store, and they can just pray that you buy
Yeah.
something off the shelf as
Dude,
you're leaving.
I wonder if I bet you it. Oh, actually, I don't know. That would be an incredible service if Amazon figured out a way to just like pick up your package at your house. You know,
Oh.
or they like drop it off, but then do something in the app where you can just pick it up.
Ooh.
Because that would be unreal. Then I would never go to Kohl's again, and Kohl's would go out of business.
I've only been there literally for Amazon returns. That was the last time I went to Kohl's. Drop off something bulky I couldn't mail back.
Yeah, and then I like walked through, and I was just like, "Ooh, look at this toaster!"
Ooh,
you know?
a spoon set.
Yeah, but then I'm just like, "Oh, I can just Google this," and I'm like, "I'm exhausted from walking."
Hi, Grandma.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, it's wild. Amazon, it's crazy what he did, and just like, oh, we're gonna make an everything store. It started with books, and then he's just like, no, we
Now
can do
we're working
CDs.
on a
Now
moon
we can do
base.
this.
You know,
Now what?
we're working on a moon base for Amazon.
Are they?
Yeah, that's his whole master
Shut up.
plan. No,
Are they really?
I mean, he owns Blue Origin, which is their like space exploration division.
What is Amazon gonna do?
Jeff Bezos wants to like.
You're gonna instead of 2 days delivery, it'll be like 3-month delivery. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now he's a rival of like SpaceX. So he's trying
that's
to
true.
do all that jazz.
That's true.
But Moonbase, that's his next thing.
Moonbase. It's like a band name. Hey, we're Moonbase.
Amazon Moonbase.
Yeah. Dude, what do you think about all the Twitter stuff? Have you been on it all?
I've never got on Twitter
you
more
never
than
been to Twitter?
5 minutes. No.
In
I've
your
stayed
life?
away. Yeah. I've always just thought it was evil.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like, this is my observation as like, and I tweet every once in a while, but it's like fat jokes or about like like something that a human did, and I'm like, humans are amazing, and then they're like, they're racist, and I'm like, oh, that's why I get off this app, But this is my observation. I follow a lot of people politically on the left, and I follow a lot of people politically on the right. Pre-Elon Musk, the right was complaining about censorship on Twitter. And the left was like, no, you're wrong. Now, post Elon Musk, it's like reversed.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating to me just to see how people just fucking cherry pick. Like, it's like they're not objective. Or this is like, I get really concerned about this. Like, it's like we all have our own facts, you know? Like they Elon released all these Twitter files basically on like when Trump got kicked off of Twitter, or do you remember the Hunter Biden laptop thing? And it's so concerning to me that, you know, you could read all the files and one side just like, this is the most dangerous thing that has happened to our society.
Yeah.
And then the other side looks at it and just like, yeah, I don't know what the big deal is. I'm just like, I don't understand how we can get to that conclusion. You know?
It's the root problem.
There's
no
such
like objective truth anymore.
No, and it's like everybody has their own facts. And it's like it's a huge problem, but like it's been more glaring to me now that Elon has like taken over the company.
Yeah.
And he seems to be he's a little reckless with it. But I don't know. I'm very curious if like Twitter can actually pull through, and because like they're not making any money. And I've heard a bunch of people have left the app, but I don't know, but it's just become like the wild, wild west. Like
I'm honestly surprised how popular it still is after all these years. Like I thought it would die out like almost 10 years ago.
Well, I think Twitter is really popular because it's where people get their news.
Yeah.
You know, from world events to what's going on in the world. It's like it goes to Twitter.
Yeah.
I think people. It's not as much. It's an information center as opposed to like an entertainment center where like Instagram and TikTok all are. But yeah, I don't know, dude. It's been weird. It's been such a mindfuck to just like watch all of this unfold, and people are losing their minds that Elon is like doing what he's doing, and it's just like it's so hard for me to tell because I'm like, who's telling the truth?
Yep.
But I should just start tweeting. Well, it was funny because it's like once Elon took over, it was just a bunch of like skinny, Coke bottled, homeschool looking guys saying the N-word over and over and over. Just been like, nigga this and nigga that. I was just like, jeez, dude. Like, as soon as he took over, people were like, and I'm just like, you know, I'm like, what does that bring you joy? Just to like do something that's like theoretically wrong, you know?
Apparently, yes.
It just like makes you, I don't know. They're just like, I mean, maybe that's why I think jokes are funny at a funeral because you're just like, gets it. Or like the penis game because you're not supposed to do it. Then you just shout it.
That's a very good point. I do think comedy lives in like what you can't do or something being dangerous or like off limits. Like that's what basically inappropriate. When things are too safe, it doesn't feel like a joke anymore.
Yeah.
Or too on par.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, dude. I mean, that's like my favorite thing. It's
I know.
Like,
I know. It's
what is the I'm like, ooh, how can we play? You know?
Yep.
That's interesting. I don't tweet. I don't tweet that much, which is fine. It doesn't really bother me. But I do spend most of my time, if I'm on social media, it's probably TikTok. But I just scroll, dude.
It's grabbed me. That death scroll got me.
I scroll. Ooh.
Or whatever, the doom scrolling, death scrolling.
I forget that you have TikTok. I need to send you this guy. I can't remember what his name is, which is the problem with TikTok. It just dopamine, entertainment. And then I don't know who, I watched like 20 of his videos. Mm-hmm. No idea what his name is, you know? But I basically do TikTok until my legs get numb on the toilet, and I'm like, oh, I need to get up, you know? Or at night. Dude, there's been times it's like 2 hours scrolling. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. I was thinking about this today. Well, I mean, I'll say that. So TikTok. I am curious if TikTok will get banned in the United States. It already just got banned from all government phones, I think, or at least this is either the Senate or the House voted to ban TikTok from all government issued phones. I am so curious to see if it'll actually happen. My gut says no, because capitalism always wins in our country. However, if we could stick it to China, America would fucking love that, dude. You know, like it's like what's better? Capitalism getting the W or China getting the L, dude? You know, what's better? I wouldn't be surprised if it got banned, because I think we don't really know how, like right now, they're probably listening, you know,
every word.
And the problem is that at least the difference between a Chinese corporation and an American corporation is an American corporation, the government can be like, hey, give us this data. And then America could say, no, fuck off. In China, they're like, you are mandated. You have to give up data. So like we know that there's data being shared constantly with the Chinese government all the time. And with all the patents that they have a patent on there that basically monitors the movement of your eye in like it's like
no way.
It's like it gets like hundreds and hundreds of impressions per second. Dang. Or something like that. So that's why their algorithm is so unreal, because it reacts to your eye. If you're trying not to check out girls and you like scroll real quick, but your eye's like, you know, it's gonna send you some of those thickies, you know. But so it's interesting. So like I could see, I think it's very reasonable that the U.S. government could ban TikTok because of the patents that they have on their phone, and ByteDance, who owns TikTok, has to share everything with the Chinese government.
That's a good point. I haven't thought about it that way. I've always heard about like the security risks.
Sure. There's also like security risks as well. But like, I mean, Instagram, everyone, like Apple is listening to us right now, because when I'm like, hey Siri, see, fucking listening, you know, they have to be. So their microphone. So like, there's so much technology. Like I think there's a hacking software called Pegasus, I believe, that I think it's Israeli, but it's something that like if it just gets sent to your phone, it can automatically take complete control of your phone, which is crazy. Like that tech's out there, dude. So I think TikTok could definitely get banned. Selfishly, I kind of wanted to get banned because, one, I don't have a huge TikTok following, so it doesn't bother me. Two, it's one less platform that I have to post to. Because it's like, when you're thinking about it, it's like, oh, post to Instagram, you know, once a day. Just like, well, yeah. But then you have to post that to TikTok as well. And then post that to YouTube Shorts and maybe Facebook or Snapchat. Oh, and then Be Real is a thing, and you want to be cool. So it's like one less app. If I could just have Instagram or whatever, that would be perfect. And then YouTube. Like I could do those because they're two different things. Instagram's like day to day, giving you an update. YouTube is like, let me entertain you. And then just fuck TikTok.
If you want to reach those Gen Zers, though, you got to have TikTok.
I know, which is crazy. Like, you know, TikTok is, it's.
I always see it now as like Gen Z is on TikTok, millennials are on Instagram, and then boomers are on Facebook. Yep. So it's like, I don't care about boomers anymore, so I just.
I haven't read, I mean, it's probably been maybe since earlier this year I looked at the data, but I still think Instagram is the most used platform, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, but I'm very curious about the future of social media. I would not be surprised if not that like social media would get banned, but the user base will drop drastically. Like, I don't know about you, but it just seems that people are fatigued from constant like entertainment and technology and screens in our face that we just can't take anymore. For example, I was listening to a podcast today. It was Tim Dillon. What the fuck? It was Tim Dillon interviewing Bill Burr. And I'm like halfway through it. Then Bill Burr tells a story. And I'm just like, this sounds familiar. Turns out I've listened to that entire podcast before.
Yep.
But I have so much useless shit in my brain, I couldn't even remember it until halfway through the episode. You know?
Yep.
We're so, like, inundated with technology and information and entertainment. Like, right now, dude, I'm trying to grow a following on social media. Like, I am just another voice in the ether of things. And it's just like, at some point, there's a tipping point where people just start like, you know what, dude, I'm going to move to the country. Like, I'm going to become Amish. Just churn butter, wear my straw hat, get freakishly strong, and wear my Nikes, you know?
Freakishly strong.
I think the future of social media is, I think it loses a lot of its user base.
I wonder if the generations following will move away from it.
Like, it seems like my friends who have kids who are Gen Z, they don't seem to be as. It seems like less of them are like they have to have social media or they have to do whatever. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have kids, you know. I don't really know what's going on, but they seem to be over it, and they seem to have seen like what has happened to millennials, and they're just like, yeah.
I'm just surprised that boomers adopted it for where it's at now today. Like I just assumed like people like my parents' age that they would eventually like not adopt these things, but they're slowly still like logging onto apps. They're still getting new accounts on stuff like all the time. So I wonder if like Gen Z or after, if they're going to see that and go, you know, like I don't need to be connected all the time.
Yeah.
I don't need to, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I went away for like 2 days. I went to a monastery and just like completely unplugged. It was nice. Like the fact that I didn't even have an option.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have a TV in my room. My phone was in the dresser the whole time. It was like, it felt as if there was something blocking my way of being grounded or just like observant of the world. Like I just went for walks and it was nice. I didn't fucking do anything.
Yeah.
I just walked around and I'm just like, this is nice.
Do you remember being like that all the time though?
Yeah.
Like, I remember being in high school and college before I got like a, smartphone, and it was like, I would not just sit. I'll come home now, and if I have 10 minutes free before I have to do something, I'll scroll my phone for those 10 minutes, to fill up time.
One of the best things in the world, and I rarely do it, is to do nothing.
Yeah.
Just sit there and just kind of like I try to like do that when if I'm like out to dinner with my wife or a friend or whatever. If they go to the bathroom, first thing people do is just like get on their phone because they don't want to look like a fucking loser, or a creep that's like looking to bomb the place, just. That's why you don't wear weird fucking hats or like a Matrix jacket. You're fine. Dude, I saw one of those dudes on the street. Even my wife, who is like the most moral, she keeps me. You think I'm wild now, dude. Imagine if I wasn't married, dude. I would be hanging out. I'd be riding along with Kanye, dude. Just like, woo,
oh my God.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah, we were just driving, and there's a guy in the street with that big jacket, and she's like, that guy's got school shooter vibes. And I was like, that's a good joke, babe. And yes, he does. But fuck, I don't know. I was talking about getting away and
you at your monastery, and you unplugged.
Yeah, no, it's just like it's nice to completely unplug, and until there is some sort of technology that expands our brain. Like, I think I'm at capacity. I'm 32 years old. Theoretically, I have another 20 years left. depending on how much more McDonald's I eat in the rest of my life. But no, like statistically, like 77, let's just say 80. So I got about 47 years left, give or take.
Dang.
And I'm at capacity. I'm absorbing information that I've already absorbed.
Oh.
And I can't tell. I'm listening to podcasts that I've listened to already. No idea. I'm watching YouTube tutorials and instruction videos multiple times. And I have no idea until it gets to the end and they do something. I'm like, I've seen this already. My brain is at capacity. But until we have some sort of technology that is like a hard drive, an external hard drive for our brain, I think the usage of social media is just going to completely go down.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope it does. It was nice when we during Thanksgiving, dude. We went to the mountains, like this cabin. There's something about looking, like sitting and just looking at the mountains around you, and like the crackle of a fire. Daddy, dude, daddy. It's just nice. It's just like
I crave that. My wife is very much like she likes to do like urban trips, go to like different cities and stuff. And I just crave like going and just out in the woods or like just a big open field. I don't care. Just an open field somewhere. It doesn't be somewhere fancy. And just like, I love stargazing. I love just walking around at night.
There's something like a fire, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing better than a fire. And you just look at it. Like, fire was the original TikTok. You couldn't take your eyes off of it. It wouldn't move. It would wiggle. But it wouldn't change color or like change. It would just wiggle a little bit. And you just stare at it for hours.
Yeah.
We're getting old, dude. I'm wearing house shoes.
We're just complaining about social media and wearing house shoes and drinking wine.
Yeah, jeez, we're getting older. It's interesting. It's an interesting observation.
We're halfway there, yeah.
We are, dude. You know what, man? I mean, it is what it is. But, well, everybody, thanks for listening. Merry Christmas to yous. And, yeah, man, try not to get in a fight with your family over the holidays. That's a good gift, Another good gift would be, I released a song called Diet Coke. You could give that a stream. I think it's the best one I've written so far. It's softer, and I hope you like it. If not, that's okay. Thank you for listening. If you don't listen, I'm going to kill myself. Have a good day.
Oh, my God.